Welcome to this YouTube channel where I share different tips in finance and accounting, project planning and management, and Microsoft Excel. In my last video, I shared different tips on data formatting in Microsoft Excel, and I was able to share how we can do bold in Excel, how we can insert borders in data keyed in Excel, and how we can color cells in Microsoft Excel, as well as itemizing data or information in Microsoft Excel, as well as underlining data in Microsoft Excel. Today, I want us to look at another tip, and that is how we can format numbers in Microsoft Excel. And here we are looking at the currency, the percentage, and the dates. So to start with, we have the currency that we need to format. Here we are looking at the different products under currency in this item, and that is product and price. So how do we format? Our interest here is to format currency. And how do we do this? Here we are given numbers that we need to format them into currency. Remember, this can just be any number in Excel, but now when we're talking about currency, we have to be specific. So we have to format these numbers into currency so that any person looking at these records or these numbers is able to understand that this is the currency that this person was trying to present. And therefore, you first of all highlight the numbers given, and the simplest way, you just click on this comma icon under number formats on the menu bar, and it automatically changes your numbers into currency. And even this tab changes to accounting, which means you actually dealing with numbers. This is how you do number formatting or currency formatting in Excel. And now the way it is, it's in 2 decimal places. Okay, many people prefer 2 decimal places, but others would prefer either 1 decimal place or just without any decimal place. So this is how we adjust the decimal points. If you click here, it will add more decimal places to 4, 5, 6, depending on your preferences. But when you click on this other arrow, it reduces the decimal places to the number that you want up to here, where now there is no decimal places. So it depends with your preferences when it comes to decimal places. But the most important is when you click it here, it converts your numbers into currency. The second item we are looking at is percentage formatting. And here we are presented with the numbers in decimal points. And we need to convert this into percentages, or these are the scores. These are the student scores that we need to convert them into absolute percentages. So first of all, we just highlight like the other one, and you click on the percentage icon, and it automatically converts your numbers into percentage. If you want to go back, you just highlight the numbers and you click on the comma icon, and it goes back to where it was. But for now, we are converting it into percentages. So we will do with this. And that's how simply you convert data into percentages. The next item is data formatting. How do we date formatting? How do we format date in Microsoft Excel? Here we are given an event. These are events we are planning, or we are trying to come up to schedule. We are scheduling events, and therefore we need to have the dates put in the right formats, that whoever is looking at it will be able to know which date a particular event is taking place. So dates also matter the way you present them, but it depends. Are you using the dates in long format, or do you want to use the dates in short format? For instance, here the dates are in short format, and we may need to convert them into long format. So we highlight the dates, and we come to this part of the menu bar, and here we are. there is a short date. But now, since our dates are in short form, we can try and convert them into long format. And this is how we convert dates into long formats. There are other options of converting dates. For instance, some people want to use a forward slash. Some people will want to use a point or a period in between the month, the date and the year. So it depends. So once you click here, you can say more number formats, and you're given these formats. For instance, if you want to use a forward slash, we pick this one and we say okay, and our dates are in slash, separated in slash format. We can also have another option. We say more, and we can use a the month in words. Can use the month in words, and this is how our date look like. We can also come and have another option in date formatting. For instance, here we can use which format. We can use another format. We can use this format. There are different formats, so you pick the format that suits you. And this is how we do date formatting in Microsoft Excel. It's as simple as that. Remember, these are the basics you need to know as a beginner, so that when you are building a foundation in Excel, you understand all these things moving forward. Next item we are looking at is how to do data formatting and filtering in Excel. So here we are presented with the data. We are looking at the employee records, and we need to format this data to different preferences. So remember, we are given the name, the age of the employee, the department the employee works in, and the salary each employee gets. So we can start with sorting. How do we sort data in Excel? So sorting helps in in understanding specific trends in any given data. So it helps you to know, for example, in our data given here, we are able to understand who is highly paid and who is also paid the low salary. So sorting helps us to understand the movement of from the highest paid to the lowest paid. Also, sorting can help us to just pick specific information we are interested in Excel, so that when you are doing our analysis, we can quickly pick different points of data in Microsoft Excel. And also filtering is very important, because it directs you to specific data you are looking for. So you can, in a set of numerous records of data, you can easily pick which items you are interested in. Okay, let's dig deeper. So sorting, when it comes to sorting, first of all, you highlight your data. When you highlight your data, you have two different options. You can first, on the menu bar, you can come here and sort your data from this point. Also, while still at home of your screen, you can come at this point here and also sort your data from the screen. So it depends which option do you want to use. We can try one of them. So here, we want to sort our data. How do we want to sort it? For instance, we can sort it in this form. The best way you can do custom sorting. Custom sorting is very important because it gives you an option to select how or which cells you want to sort your data in Microsoft Excel. For instance, here we can start by sorting the name. We can start by sorting the names in which order. You can sort the name in ascending order, so that we're able to understand alphabetically which names come in which order from the A to Z. So when we sort from A to Z, this is how our names will look like. Given that Angela is the first person here, or it has his name starts, her name starts with letter A, then moving downwards, Trisha being the last one alphabetically. So that's how we can sort their names in that order, A to Z alphabetically. We can also sort the age, can sort the age to see who is the oldest employee in these companies. So remember, we come to this icon, we click on this the drop down arrow, and we do custom sort so that we can sort by age. When we sort by age, are we sorting from the smallest to the largest, or the largest to the smallest? I prefer the largest to the smallest, and we say okay. And now our records or our employees are sorted or are arranged from the oldest employee to the youngest employee. The oldest employee being Paul, age is 59 years, is in IT department, and he earns 95,000 Kenya shillings. So the youngest employee is Angela. Angela is the youngest, who is 20 years. She works in administration, and her salary is 72,000. So that's how we sort age from the oldest to the youngest. How else can we sort this data? We can still sort it by department, but I want us to sort it by salary to see who is highly paid and in which department they are. So we come here and say, we want to custom sort, and we are looking at the salary. And the salary are looking the largest to the smallest, and we say okay. And we see the highest paid person is Trisha. Her age is 41 years. She's in finance department. She's paid to 122,000. And the lowest paid is Humphrey. Humphrey is also in finance. He's 32 years finance and earns 45,000 shillings. So Humphrey is the lowest paid. Trisha is the highest paid. So this is how we use sorting to identify different trends in any given data. Something else I want us to look at is filtering. How do we filter data in Excel? Remember, I said filtering or filtering data helps you to pick the data you're interested in a set of huge, numerous data, so that you can concentrate on that point or on those points in a given data. So for instance, here, when we are given this kind of data set, we can highlight it and come to this icon here and say filter. When we filter, remember our headers change. There is a drop down arrow. There is a drop down arrow on our headers. In name, there is this one. In age, there is this one. Department, there is this one. Salary, there is this one. So this one means we can sort, we can filter this data depending on the name. We can filter depending on age. We can filter depending on department, and we can filter depending on salary, on which data we are interested in. For instance, it works well, especially in a department form, where we need to know how many people work in a certain department and probably how much will be their salary or their pay or their total pay. For instance, we can say here, we need to know total pay per department, total pay. So once we do that, we can total up, we can sum up this. We can sum up this so that we know these employees at the end of the month, these employees are paid 807 Kenya shillings. At the end of the month, these employees are paid 807,000. And so when we'll be filtering, this figure will be changing based on department. When we'll be filtering this figure, just mark it. When we'll be filtering the data, this figure will be changing based on department or based on the names we are interested in. For instance, here, when we say we want to filter, we select all and we want to filter administration department. So when we filter administration department, this how the figures look like. Our total doesn't seem to be here. Our total doesn't seem to be here. You can go back and adjust. It has appeared to be like one of it, but we can say we just filter by department. We filter the administration department. We say okay, and this is what we have. So you can get our totals here. Get our totals here, and we say sum up that. So we can see, we can clearly see in administration department, we have 3 people working there, and their total pay is 282,000. So that means we have been interested only in administration department. We wanted to know how much cost in terms of salary goes to administration department. So we can easily filter that and get that. We can also undo, this filter to have everything there, and also just come and filter another department. Let's pick, I'm a finance person. Let's pick the finance department. First of all, we select all. We select all and pick the finance department to see how many people in the finance department. You can see their age, you can see their salary easily. You can see their name, age, and salary. Of course, all of them are in finance department. But now, what's the cost of what the cost payment of those people in finance department? You can easily pick it from the data and see the finance department. The company spends 232,000 in salaries to pay the finance department. We can also look at another department, say marketing. Marketing department is very important department in any organization because it helps also sell the organization to the potential clients. So marketing department also, how much do we spend on it in terms of salary? We spend 126, and we have only 2 people working in that department, and these are their details, Nelius and Jen. We can look at another department to clear this. We can look at IT. IT is a very important department also. Given the current trend we have, IT is very important department, and it also plays a very critical role in an organization. So in IT, we have only 2 people, Paul and David, working there, and their total salary is 167,000. So it's important to see and to understand that filtering helps you to identify specific data in a given data set so that you can draw conclusion from it forward. So this marks the end of this session, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session. So what you can do, please subscribe to this channel, share my videos with others, and like, so that when I share a new video, you'll be able to be the first one to see. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.